real as it ever gets. Shout out Aquaman and in the Flash too. Shout out Virgo King, he the man too. Yeah, shout out E-Man, fuck it down too. Hey, it's Jody's corner. Yeah, hey, it's Jody's corner. Yeah, it's Jody's corner. It's the place where you wanna be. Saying the wrong thing.
YouTube was good. It's your boy Jody Joe. Welcome to Jody's Corner. Thank you guys so very much for being here. We are about to review the Eternals, and by we, I mean me and two other parts of the Just Us League. I got the homie Virgo King in this ringer, bro.
What's up? Thirst King is in the building. What's going on, everybody?
And the man, the myth, the legend, the code is here.
I have arrived. Let's get it.
For sure. Hey, this is Eternals. This is going to be a spoiler review. Let me put that up. Spoiler review. Spoiler review. So if you guys have not seen the movie, it's best you leave. And if you don't care about spoilers, fine, stick around. But be nice and don't spoil it for anybody else. The movie officially released last night, but the official wide release is today. So that's why we're putting the spoiler review out today. Plus, I put the spoiler-free review out last week. If you want to see a spoiler-free review, go to my channel. Go ahead and click the spoiler-free review. Virgo, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. I can't wait to talk about this movie, man.
So let's talk about it. We saw it last night, bro.
Yes,
I seen it. First of all, we got to address the elephant in the room. The YouTube critics and the Rotten Tomatoes critics. This is a certified rotten film. That means that Eternals, this film right here, is the worst rated Marvel movie of all time. Worse than Captain Marvel, worse than Ant-Man and the Wasp, worse than Thor Ragnarok,
Everything.
Iron Man
Doesn't
2,
matter
Iron
what you
Man
say.
3,
Doesn't
Thor
matter what
1,
you say.
Thor 2.
Doesn't matter what you say.
Worse
It's
than
a bad
all
movie.
of them.
It's a bad movie in period.
They got it as a bad movie. Now, Virgo, is this a bad movie?
Hell no.
Were the critics wrong here?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Cole?
dog.
They were wrong.
They were
But
wrong.
they're usually wrong, so.
You were wrong. All of you were wrong to turn your backs on the rest of the MCU. I cannot stay here with you. You know what I'm saying?
Perfect.
So listen, Eternals. This movie opens up the MCU in a really big way. When I talked about it on my spoiler-free review, Thanos, Civil War, Winter Soldier, Iron Man 1 being captured, Ant-Man having to rob a bank, all that stuff is so small compared to what this movie has offered. I've already given my spoiler-free review thoughts. We don't really need to do a synopsis of this movie except for Celestials are gods in this universe. They are the gods.
Yeah.
They're God.
Yeah. As far as
Asherim is God.
As far as gods are concerned, there's nobody above them.
There's nobody above Asherim.
So
Asherim
far,
created the stars and the universe and the sun.
He created multiple universes,
and
actually.
created life. Exactly.
Multiple
They're
universes.
responsible for
Creation of everything.
the universe as we know it.
Which is fire.
Which wow, we went all the way to the top. We haven't even mentioned, like in the comics, One Above All, the Living Tribunal. I don't even think that's going to exist if that's the case, unless they open things up more. But that's where we're at so far. And the Eternals are the angels, so to speak, sent to the different planets to guide the race of living creatures.
They're part of the chain, part of that process.
Yep. And these 10 Eternals, these ones right here, are guardians to watch over and protect us. So only that we can die in the end by getting by a celestial being born from within the planet itself.
The core.
The planets are
Exactly.
Chosen planets suitable for life is the eggs for the Eternals, if you want to.
And the Deviants feed on smart life, intelligent life.
They're part of the process too. They're part of the process. They
Yeah.
do the cleanup job.
Yeah.
And then the Eternals cleans them up.
All right. So all Eternals aren't equal though, because over there on the right side, all the way to the right of your screen, her right here, Selma Hayek. Her name is Ajak, and she is what's known as the Prime Eternal. She's the leader.
Right.
She's worked for Asherim for millions of years. Asherim trusts her wholeheartedly, and she's always been loyal to Asherim. But one thing that they found out is that whether it's Marvel, DC, a comic strip, anything sci-fi movie you've ever watched, Earth is always special. Earth is always
Right,
different
right.
than the rest.
Right.
Something special happens with the human race
Right,
that
right.
just changes things. And she has a change of heart. We, as humanity, have touched her heart and her soul to the point where, for the first time in a million years, she's going to go against Asheron's wishes and try to save the Earth
Absolutely.
from the terraforming. What do they call it? What do they call it? When it comes to convergence.
Yeah, the convergence, I think.
The convergence. So, quick
That was
thoughts.
emergence.
What do we think about the movie, man? Code, how you feel about the film, bro?
The movie is, first of all, the movie destroys my expectations. Bro, I did not. I thought it was gonna be. I thought my expectations would have been too high.
I told you this was going to be one of the greatest movies in the MCU before it came out, bro. I
did
told
say
you.
that.
I felt
did
it. I
say
saw
that.
it.
You saw that. You said that. Jody Damas.
Jody Damas, nigga.
You got it.
Yeah,
got
thank
it,
you.
know, so I can't deny it when you say it
Thank
happened.
you. Thank you.
But yeah, this movie destroyed
It's a gift.
all my all my expectations in more ways than one. Because I already knew the visuals were on point based on the trailer, but the trailer didn't reveal the story, which is amazing. Because some trailers are synopsis for their movies, which is I hate when they do that. This kept me in the dark completely. Yep. But what I really like about it too is that even when they reveal what's going on, they still manage to reveal a little bit more if you invested into the story like me, or maybe it's just me. But even when they reveal everything that there is to know, and the battles are happening, and characters have made their decisions and they're doing what they're gonna do, more is still revealed on top of that.
Yeah.
And I love that shit.
What about the cinematic value of this movie?
Bro,
This doesn't even feel like a Marvel movie,
that
does
shit
it?
bleeds through the trailer.
It do not.
I saw that in the
Yeah,
trailer, and I didn't
yeah.
believe it.
This is one of the most this is the most beautiful Marvel movie I've seen in the MCU. Like, just the scope, the crispness of the camera, the colors, and the CG. It's just beautiful, bro.
Yeah. On point.
The CG is clean.
Everything's
It
clean.
blends in so well, bro. Like, fuck.
Everything's clean.
What was the budget on this movie? Like,
It wasn't even that much. I think it was like $160 million,
and they
$200 million,
they made
something
it
like that.
work.
I'll look that
Yeah,
up.
they did.
They
What's
made that work.
crazy
That's
is,
crazy.
like you're saying, everything is beautiful and blends well,
Uh-huh.
and there was a lot of it, which is crazy to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Usually a movie,
$200 million budget.
well,
that's
The same budget as Black Widow.
the
fool.
the CGI department deserves a bonus.
Same budget as Black Widow. Dead.
I believe, based on watching this movie, I believe that on location heavily helped this. God damn,
Nothing beats
that on location.
shooting real sets,
God damn.
natural sets.
Yeah, and waiting for the right time of day for your scene and
Yeah.
shit, bro. That
Yes.
shit pops.
1917 did that.
Yeah.
Oh really?
war
So
movie.
no, they did that. I thought they used that new, that big circle thing where they had that background, like kind of like how they used in Mandalorian.
Nope.
They didn't use
Oh,
that.
that stagecraft
Damn,
shit?
that's
No.
great. Yeah, that's fire though.
No, yeah.
But yeah.
There was no stagecraft in this movie.
Yeah,
Wow,
I
that's
can
ama-
tell.
that's
That
amazing.
shit was fire.
That's amazing.
The on location was hitting hard.
Yeah.
The scenery, and it sometimes it's nothing.
They say there's no character development in this movie. The Eternals didn't have development enough.
That's crazy.
Not at all.
I mean that's crazy talk
That's
because
crazy.
I see
talk.
Icarus. I'm sorry, Idris. Is that his name?
Icarus.
Icarus.
Yeah, I watched his character, bro. He
He's the
developed.
one
a
right
little
here in the
bit.
middle.
Yeah, I watched his character.
They all
develop.
developed.
Yeah, but I think
AKA Superman, by the
Yeah,
way.
yeah,
This
I-
guy is
Superman.
Superman, bro.
he stood out the most
Freak.
when it came to his character development. I think
Yeah.
I think he stood out the most.
Yeah.
He did.
And like, let's talk about Icarus right for a second. First of all, he is Superman. I would cast his last name is Madden. Is it Christian Madden? I forgot his name. Cast him as Superman today. I know people want Henry Cavill, but DC's gonna move on from Henry Cavill.
I ain't gonna lie. He looked better. He looked better.
He's
He
a
look-
better
he did
choice.
look
He's my
better.
pick for Superman. I picked him for Superman before I even saw this. I remember
Yeah,
years
I
back.
I remember.
Yeah. So and
I
it's
would have
crazy.
said
that,
no too.
It's crazy that we're seeing him here, and
convinced
it's
me
like,
now.
God damn, Joey, don't.
I'm-
I'm just saying, man, this should happen. But the critics said the character development wasn't here for these characters. Now, that they couldn't be far from the truth because Icarus had great character development.
Amazing.
He fell in love with Cersei,
I believed it.
which is crazy seeing Rob Stark saying "I love you, Cersei." That shit just blew my mind. I'm like, what freak? And then hearing Jon Snow say it, I love you, Cersei.
That was,
fuck.
bro, that was tripping me out. I don't want to go down that road though. That was tripping me out.
It was tripping me out too.
Tripping me out.
Yeah. So he fell in love with Cersei. He had a mission. He was loyal to Asherim, even when Ajax was not. Ajax had a change of heart. Ajax confided in Icarus and said, "The convergence is in 6 days, is in 7 days," and he's like, "Good." And then he finds out that she's actually trying to betray Asherim, and he basically murders her by taking her to where the last deviants were, pushing her down there, letting her get ate and sucked up.
Which is why his character was awesome, because he couldn't accept that. I mean, come on, he's been chosen for this path, and he doesn't know how to change. He doesn't know what to do. He lived all these centuries. I like
that's great duality, bro.
It's great.
That's so deep.
She was part of that too. She was part of his motivations.
Yeah,
you know, because you see early on when they were getting involved. I forget the other guy's name, always dressed in black. You know, when
always just in black. What are we talking about?
Old boy in the back behind
Druig?
Yeah,
Druig.
The scene when he pretty much when they separated.
Him right here, Druig.
Yeah.
He's fire.
You know.
Oh, that's great right there. Yeah, talk about Druig.
Yeah. When he had decided, because his character development is awesome too.
Yes.
Yeah.
When he was being, you know, it was hurting him what was happening in humanity, being an onlooker, considering how he feels. You know, he doesn't want to watch people suffer and all that bullshit. So when he decided to break from the group and the group was separating, and you saw how Ajax, when she set it in stone, and you see Icarus backed her up. You know, she was like, let them leave, don't get involved.
Yeah.
This is supposed to happen, just leave it be. And he was like, no. And he backed her up. Icarus backed up Ajax.
Yeah.
So I can see that he's been on her side this whole time, pushing this narrative, pushing this mission, doing his thing. You know, and I'm like, when he turned on her, I'm like, it's because of you too.
Yeah.
It's because of you. You had him doing this whole time. He was on the mission just like you, and now you're gonna break rank. It's like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying?
It's like you betrayed him almost.
Yeah.
It's like you betrayed Icarus by doing this.
Yeah.
Icarus is not wrong for what he did.
He's not wrong.
If you really look at the aspect of what life is.
Yeah, it's not
life
wrong.
must go on. We must sacrifice the small to make the big.
Yes.
But they were just so focused on this small wee planet called Earth with these special humans.
Because of how they feel.
Because of how you feel. So I can understand both sides.
Yeah.
If you think Earth should just got destroyed, so be it. That makes sense because them not killing Earth sacrificed millions of lives. But another son was going to be born. More planets.
Wait, but they didn't know that was going to happen. Only what's her name knew that.
No, the Eternals knew.
They didn't all know that the whole planet was going to be destroyed. They didn't all know that.
They knew at the end.
They knew at the end, but around that time when he fell in love with the humans, he didn't know that shit.
Who?
Icarus. He didn't know that
Icarus
shit.
knew since Babylon, he said.
Okay.
Long time ago. Remember when they...
I thought Idris was the only one who knew.
No,
I'm bad.
Icarus. See,
Icarus.
This scene right here is Druig looking at war.
Right.
Yeah.
And he wants to end this, but he can't because we're not supposed to intervene.
Right.
It's amazing.
And that's not the first time that it hurts him. You saw the progression of that shit.
And then you see him have his own village of a peaceful village of peaceful people living in humility and tranquility.
It was kind of awkward, but I was like, all right.
No, that was tight to me.
It was dope.
What I liked about that scene with him in his own village is that the people knew. Even though he controls them, they still knew that he was doing that. And it was awesome.
And in the scene, you know those people in that new village, right? You know they were descendants of these people, right?
Oh, I didn't know that.
He kept those people, the people he loved.
They followed him and he left.
Oh,
those are their ancestors of those people.
That was tight.
That's freaking dope,
That's
bro.
tight. Yeah. But I like that the people knew what he was doing because remember when he was using them to fight the deviant.
Yeah, with the guns.
She was like, "Let them go."
Yeah.
And he let them go, and then he told them to leave.
Yeah.
And then they ran off. And then even when she got there and she asked about him before he took over dude's body and he asked about her, he was like, "Yeah, like he knows him."
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so it's not like he's blindly controlling these people.
Yeah.
They know.
Druig
he's making their life peaceful.
Druig's got some stuff.
Yeah, that was awesome.
And to answer your question, this was the time right here, Virgo.
Yeah, I remember this.
So around this, Babylon was like the 507. I think it was the year 507. Remember when when he left. Yep, it was when he left. He left after this. Druid.
I remember.
He said, "I'm out of here." He took the people with him, and then Ajax was like, "All the deviants are gone. It's time for you all to go and leave me.
That's right.
Go live life, and then come back and tell us about what you've learned and what you've loved." Before they split, that's when she told Icarus, "Yo, this plan's gonna be doomed." He knew ever since this shot here,
Right.
which is a long freaking time.
Right.
So the only two people that knew were Icarus and Ajax. Then in the present day, 6 days before it was happening, that's when the rest of the Eternals
Right.
found out. The only Eternal that I don't like is this bitch right here. Little mini me motherfucking
Oh.
Sprite.
7
She
Up.
trash.
Come on, man.
I'm more of a 7-Up guy
Yeah,
myself.
man, yeah, fuck that shit, yeah.
I'm more of a 7-Up guy
Come on,
myself.
man.
Never too much cared for Sprite. This chick, this little freaking deviant bitch is old as shit, but she can't age. She's cursed. She says, "Why can't I age?"
being a child.
She's secretly in love with Icarus.
Right.
She's jealous of Cersei,
But
but
hanging
yet
around
she
her.
has to pretend to be like a little sister and a daughter to Cersei in the real world.
That's got to be tough.
It's got to be absolutely tough,
For
and I
so long.
understand, and I
Yeah, I
get it.
understand.
But at the end of the movie, you betrayed her. You ran with Icarus, and you stabbed Cersei in the back with the Loki move,
Right.
bitch. And then she was rewarded with humanity. Cersei rewarded her with humanity. What
Come
the
on, man.
freak?
Come on, man.
After you
understood
stabbed
that.
her for
I-
dead?
Man, fuck that.
I would've slapped
nah,
that bitch.
Nah, man. Give her that attorney so she could die. We can get rid of this bitch. She ain't got to be an eternal anymore. We done. We don't need her no more.
As soon as he gave her the, "I can make you human," as soon as she became human, kill
Sure.
her.
That's terrible. No.
Okay, that's neither here nor there.
I didn't hate her. But
I mean,
she's definitely the least likable of the bunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's definitely the least likable.
Oh.
And then we got Indian guy.
Bat Boy.
Bat Boy.
I liked him,
We
man.
got Bat Boy. He was funny.
I liked him, man.
He was. Oh,
He was
yeah.
funny.
He brought the comedic, him and his cameraman. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
the
great-
cameraman was funny. Yes, sir. Thank you,
Yeah,
sir.
Mario.
Yeah, it's so very nice to meet the Eternals. Mario.
That's up for sure.
Wario.
Yeah,
He's a coward, though, isn't he?
I don't think he's a coward.
Oh,
He
yeah.
left at the
What
end.
the
He
fuck? That
abandoned
nigga
them.
was a
I
man,
know.
He
bro.
abandoned them,
I
bro.
know.
He's
Yeah.
a coward.
I
Bruh,
love
yeah.
that too. I
No,
love that too. I love that too.
Nah,
Because
nah.
I was looking at this from so many angles, and I could see why somebody. He said it though. He said it. I can see why somebody wouldn't want to be involved because he wasn't with what they were doing because he was with Icarus in the sense of
I know.
yeah, but
Yeah,
he
he
didn't
was.
want to fight his friends. He said, "I don't want to fight." Like I don't. So he just walked away. I'm not saying I would do that.
That was whack.
That was whack.
That was utterly whack.
I'm not saying I would do that, but I can see someone coming to that conclusion. That's why I appreciated them putting that in the movie.
But that's whack.
Whether it's whack or not is irrelevant.
Well,
saying-
all right, you can say it's relevant.
You-
We're saying it's whack.
His whack. I mean,
I
come
know,
on. He
okay,
can't fight
whack.
his friends after his friend is killing more of his friends. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Get the freak
Only-
out of here, dog.
Only 2 of your friends chose, and you're only going to fight 2 of your friends rather than fighting 6.
He doesn't want to fight his friends. I completely understand.
I
What the
understand.
heck?
No, I'm sorry, dog.
Completely
Nah,
understand.
nah.
And same with the others. Who,
You kill him, I'm fighting you. Like,
I
that's,
got
that's-
you.
I'm just saying.
Okay, and the other ones who choose to fight, I understand too. I'm just saying it's nice.
Well,
that
what's
it's
your
in
position?
My position. Oh, my.
Do you think Earth should have been destroyed?
Well,
Or do you align up with Icarus, or do you line up with Cersei or Ajax?
I align with Ajax.
So do I.
But-
so now that
but-
we have our alignment, that nigga was wrong for leaving.
Again, yes.
Okay.
But the fact that they put that in the movie, which made him leave, I have to. That's
I appreciate it too.
Yeah, that's amazing.
But you
I'm
can
like,
judge it still.
yeah,
It's
I'm-
trash.
Nah.
To me. I'm not trying to say you.
No.
Say it's trash.
Yeah, and I'm still holding
All right,
my
yeah.
position.
His
I'm like,
power set of the little balls and shit, you know, it could be better.
Hadouken.
He got to charge him up, bro.
Yeah,
to
they
make him
should have gave
strong.
him beams.
Yeah, he need. Yeah.
I was like, give him some beams. You know, beam,
Yeah.
concentrated beam.
I like the ability. I liked it, but it wasn't strong enough. It was
It
kind of
wasn't
trash.
strong
And
enough.
But it
It's
was
like
cool.
Mega
I
Man.
like it
yeah.
though.
Yeah,
I
the
mean,
Mega
I would have
Man
preferred
issue.
beams, but it wasn't neither here nor there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
He, had to charge
But he
up
was
to
tight.
you.
I
Yeah, he
liked
was
him.
okay.
I liked
Let's,
him.
all right, moving on to Ajax was the mother of the team. She's the prime eternal. We love her. I love her.
Yeah, she was
Yeah, I
great.
love
She was
it
great.
too.
Yeah,
she was
she was excellent, bro. Shout out to Selma Hayek.
Sexy.
Kind of off camera that we can't see. There's the speedster over here.
Oh, we should have saved her for last. God damn.
There she is. Wait, let's. There she is right there. The speedster,
The GOAT.
nigga,
The GOAT.
bro.
The GOAT.
Some of the fastest running I've seen in a superhero film.
I've seen the fastest everything in this movie when it comes to speed.
yeah,
Fastest
bro.
flight, fastest
Yeah.
speed.
Bro.
God damn.
She is
was
fast.
Woo!
She was going head up against Icarus, bro. She was like, pop, 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 bam. Hit him into that rock. I said,
like that.
fuck.
I love that she's strong.
I love at the end how they came together to fight Icarus. That was a dope fight.
That was tight.
And my man over here, paper boy, all about that paper boy. He had his shit going on for himself
He
too.
was flexing that tech.
That
bro.
technology was
God
going to
damn,
work,
he was
dog.
making that shit.
I've been waiting to clip your wings for a whole long time. Where you going? God, I said, damn.
That tech, bro.
Freak. They all teamed up together. Seeing her and Thena. Where's Thena? She's missing.
Oh,
Is
she
Thena
is
missing?
She is missing.
Yeah,
She's
that's
missing.
crazy. Angelina Jolie, I noticed that earlier.
She's missing from this shot.
She
All
is
right.
missing.
Thena. Thena.
She was fire. I liked her. I liked her a
Yeah, she
lot.
missing. But yeah, man, I'm telling you, bro. Like, this movie has it all.
It does.
The
it has it
action. There's great action in this movie.
all. Great action.
We see him fighting in the year 500. See Babylon. You see him going throughout all of history. Flashback into the present, back to the past. Shit is glorious, bro. I don't understand what the critics are talking about. This story is amazing. This story is bigger than anything in the MCU,
It is
bro.
bigger, and it's even better.
Yes.
It's a better story.
This is the best story of the
the
MCU.
best story.
This has the best story. It's the story of humanity. They are our angels. They are like the gods to humanity in Marvel.
Archangels.
And have guided us, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And saved us. They saved us.
They did.
To advance, to grow. It's amazing.
And then tied into the MCU. Thanos snapped away half of the population. And it delayed the divergence.
Not enough
Not
life.
enough life.
Yeah.
So it's
Enough
like,
life.
wow.
And
Thanos
still-
snapping probably gave another 3,000 years life to Earth.
I like that too.
Nah, I don't think so. This seemed like it was kind of prior. As soon as all that life came back, we're back in this situation.
It's because they brought it back.
Yeah. But
when
it
Thanos,
could have saved 3,000 years, but it didn't.
Right.
But it didn't.
when he snapped half away,
Yeah.
he probably saved like 3,000 years of life on Earth.
Yeah.
When they came back from
Right.
Tony Stark,
That speed back up the timeline.
brought it right back to death. Yeah, that shit's crazy when you think
That
about
shit
it.
was
Yeah.
tight. I love that aspect.
What he did
because-
was small but yet big. Like, you know what I mean? Thanos, what he did.
Right.
It was
I agree
small
with
but
you.
yet
Small,
big.
big.
But that's
because-
already Thanos. That's the gauntlet and stones.
Yeah,
but
but his actions.
his actions, yeah.
I love that aspect of it because even when he snapped and put back the timeline, the Asherin, whatever his name is, the Eternal, not the Eternal,
Celestial.
the Celestial did not come and say anything, and I love that because time is not a time on his scale. So what? You know what I'm saying?
And let me say, it affected the whole universe.
Yeah, but
That nigga Asher was in space. Whoa,
that shit
what
don't
the
mean.
frick?
Yeah, but that shit didn't mean
Half
nothing
of the
to him.
universe is
It didn't mean
mind
shit
you-
to him.
Asherim's voice. Nigga,
Yeah.
that shit was fire.
Yeah, it was.
Half of the universe's
That nigga, yeah.
population has been destroyed.
So,
Haha.
Yeah, that
Interesting.
It's like that's like 2 minutes back. It's okay. It's like that time scale don't mean shit to him.
can I bring this up?
Yeah.
From first
Go
Guardians
ahead,
of the Galaxy. So now that I understand that it's multiple Celestials and all that, you guys remember Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yeah.
Remember that
You
that
talking about
Celestial
the
with
pla-
that Power Stone. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I think it was him.
I remember.
That was I was gonna ask.
It was
that him?
Asherim.
But they all almost look the same. All
Yeah.
the Celestials.
I think that was
the only
Asherim.
Celestial look
I think
different.
that was
is-
Asherim.
The only Celestial look different is Ego. That's it.
I don't think
And
that was him.
The one that was coming out of Earth had four eyes. and he
Oh,
was
it had
gold.
4. We didn't see the whole face.
Yeah, it only had 4.
So okay.
He only had 4.
All right.
And he was yellow, gold.
Okay, but yeah, it just trips me out because I'm just trying to figure out like why are all the Celestials created in the image of him, and I'm just comparing them to Ego. Like
No,
he's
I
a
don't
Celestial.
think that was.
Are
I don't
there-
think that was Ego's actual form.
His form was the planet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think the.
You remember seeing the face of the planet, and it.
Right,
I know
right.
we're getting off subject, but
No, it's
I'm just
okay.
saying. But
No, it's
but
fine.
I'm just saying, like they all take the form of him.
Right.
So-
All the ones
so-
we've seen before.
Yeah, so
I don't think Ego was that type of celestial like that.
so. There's,
think he
there's,
was.
there's
Even though
very.
he called it, I don't think he was.
I think he was.
You think he was?
Yeah, I think he
So
was.
what you think? It's like a grandmaster of like certain Celestials or something like that. Like
It was Asherim is the leader of them all.
Of them all. Does that include Ego?
I think it does.
I don't consider Ego one of them type of celestials like that. He was like lowercase G, God. I'm like, bro, nigga, the Eternals are like gods, and you saying you a lowercase.
I
He
think
was
he's like them.
he was a planet.
Yeah, but
Celestials look like celestials. They have the body shape.
I got you, but I'm not gonna debate.
He was a core of the earth.
Right. I'm not gonna debate what they look
the
like
horse,
or what
but
if they can't change their shape and all that. I'm not even gonna go into that. But the fact that Ego was trying to spread his seed all around the planets and shit, you know, that bullshit. And the same way how the Celestial give birth to other Celestials by embedding into the planet and having. So
I think that was kind of. I think this wiped out that ego shit.
Really?
I really do.
Yeah.
I'm just trying. It conflicts. It conflicts.
Yeah, but I thought they were trying to tie that into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it don't make sense though because we know that the Celestials look a certain type of way.
Right. But I'm
Now
not,
we
I'm not
do.
gonna hold
Yeah,
them to
okay.
that. I'm not gonna hold them to that.
Okay.
Because we know for a fact that once that I'm not saying this helps the ego thing. It doesn't. But we know that the Celestial, once they're born from the planet, they're not as big as what's his name?
Ashram.
Yeah. Because they come out of the planet. The planet's tiny compared to him.
Right.
Unless they grow after.
Yeah.
And then because he did say that once they're born, they create entire galaxies and shit.
Yeah.
So they got to get bigger. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because when he was showing, okay, once they're born, they create galaxies.
Right.
The galaxy has billions of planets within it. So
Could have,
you know, they're really tiny coming out of a planet. So,
Yeah.
you know,
Right.
I'm just saying.
This movie is huge, bro. This movie is epic in
It's
scale, bro.
Mega scale.
I love this freaking movie,
It's
man.
mega scale.
It's so beautiful. The score, man. That score hit, bro. And the action scene at the end, bro, where she touches the shit and they do the Unimind.
Right.
That shit, the Unimind name sound terrible. Unimind. He could have called it anything he wanted.
Right.
But what's interesting to me is there's an element in here that's people in Russia. This movie's rated R because he's homosexual. He has a husband and a child.
Right.
And in the Gulf states, in the Gulf countries, they banned it outright, I believe. They dropped it. They're not even showing Eternals because of the homosexual scene that's in this movie.
They could easily just cut that little part. It's so small and it's
Right.
Yeah, it's so small. You can just cut it out.
To be honest, I had an issue with this movie from the jump because the first thing they announced was that, our first homosexual kiss in the MCU.
I still have an
like
issue with
before
that.
I knew anything about the Eternals, you're telling me that there's homosexual. I don't care about
I
that.
still have an issue with
What's
that.
up with these Eternals?
Yeah,
What's your
exactly.
issue?
The fact that now that I've seen the movie, that you didn't even need to mention
It was
that shit.
irrelevant.
It
You
was
didn't even need to
irrelevant.
mention that
It
shit.
was irrelevant.
So I
It
still
was.
have an issue with
So
them
that tells
announcing
me
that shit.
that the MCU has an agenda.
Yeah.
Kevin Feige, your agenda is trash, bro.
That didn't
You're
even
over here
mention.
mentioning we got gay characters, we got first gay kisses, we got black, we got Asian. This movie is above that.
It is.
This movie is about humanity, and you're basing it and narrowing it down to sexualities and colors. No, bruh.
Yeah.
Because honestly,
didn't need to be mentioned.
honestly, I enjoyed his character,
I
bro.
enjoyed his character too.
I liked the fact that I liked the fact that he had a husband and a kid because they
Yeah.
didn't.
Yeah.
It makes so much sense.
It made sense.
Because he's an immortal being.
And he's so
He's probably
protective.
had a million girlfriends. He's walked away
That's
from
not where I was
humanity.
going, but yeah.
He's walked away from humanity. He hasn't found love because when we look at this scene here, beautiful scene.
Yeah, that was a beautiful scene.
The atom bomb, Hiroshima, 1945.
That was beautiful.
His
That
technology.
shit was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, God damn.
How amazing is that, bro?
That is
Virgo, to
beautiful.
know
That
that
shit.
something in human history, you're tying that shit directly to the one who gave us the technology.
Yeah.
He wanted to give us the steam engine 2,000 years before it was even invented.
Early.
Exactly.
And Ajax said, no. All right, here's the plow.
Right.
That shit was comedy.
That's part. It was
Yeah.
it's history.
Right.
That shit just tickles my
It's tight. It's tight.
freak,
You
man.
can see why
How
he
could
would-
you compare another MCU movie to this?
You can see what.
You can't.
You can see why he would be upset because
Yes.
it's all coming from him.
It's his fault.
All of it's coming from him. Every
Yeah.
technological advancement is coming from him.
Yeah.
So I would say, of course,
You can't. He
would-
blames himself. He can't
Yeah,
see the
there's no
outcome.
way. There's
He
no
can't
way.
see the outcome of what they're gonna use it
And
for.
he's
Yes.
crying
And
and
they're-
Ajax.
Yeah.
They don't deserve to be saved.
Their problem is not problem, but they're loving.
Exactly.
You know, they're not hateful.
That was
So he
Ashura's
wants-
biggest problem.
He wants
Yeah.
he wants to share, and then in doing that, look what you caused. I could see how that
Yeah.
would hurt you because your
That's
intentions
so deep.
were
That's so deep. What the
Yeah.
freak is up with these critics? They're
Your
trash,
intentions were
bro.
so pure.
They're
I'm
trash.
shocked. I mean, it checked the boxes.
They're trash,
SJW,
bro.
I mean, all that.
It
you know,
It did.
It checked
But
all the boxes.
And this is it done right. And the fact that Kevin Feige made it political like that is undercutting this movie.
Yeah.
It's simplifying the impact that this movie had because you softened us by telling us, oh, sexual this, gay kiss that.
Yeah.
You should have been talking about this story. You should have been talking about the tale of humanity, the
Yeah.
stuff you're going to see to get us excited as fans. But we understand Feige's a puppet to the woke crowd.
I feel like the narrative that they were spinning with Captain Marvel, when he was not them.
She's the
spinning.
most powerful MCU character.
Yeah, that's the type of talk he should have been having in this movie.
Yeah.
When he was like, "It's gonna change the scale of things in the MCU." You should have been saying that here.
Yeah.
The Eternals is gonna really change the scale, and
He did towards the release of the movie.
Yeah,
but I heard him a year and a half ago
right
talking about, oh, there's gonna be a gay kiss in the movie. What?
Right.
Who gives a
Captain
shit?
Marvel didn't change
Of all
shit.
the epic in this movie, that little gay kiss that you're talking about meant nothing.
It meant nothing. It was. I understand why it's in the movie. I didn't.
So
even
why
get
is
the
such a meaningless scene in this? Why is a grain of sand at the beach talked about?
I don't.
And you're not talking about the beach.
Right.
We have a beach, Feige, and you're talking about one single grain of sand.
It was weird.
This exposes so much to me about how Feige looks
I'm
at.
still upset at that.
I am. I'm upset about it too, man.
Stupid.
This is too good of a movie for you to belittle like that by
Yeah.
just trying to poke out some bullshit to promote your agenda and your narrative.
Right.
This is an actually good, great, amazing film that you should have been promoting better than that.
Right.
But now that we see it, and the critics did what to you, Feige? They're still stabbing you in the back.
Right.
Exactly.
You woke this movie up, and they still are stabbing you in the back, saying your movie's trash. And this movie could make Feige be like, you know what? I'm just gonna go back to the MCU
I was
formula.
about to say that. He might as well just go back. Go back. No, he needs to go.
No.
No.
Are you serious?
No.
No. I'm saying no. He.
Are you serious?
No,
nigga?
this is gonna be part of this. I think this is part of the MCU formula, the new. But I'm saying
I wish.
I'm saying drop the agenda. You know what I'm saying? Make your freaking films. Drop that shit. That's what I believe. I think he should just do that.
No, he gonna go back to
He
the
gonna keep doing it.
popcorn. The popcorn.
I'm afraid of him going back to the Ragnarok Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The
Comedy
MCU
popcorn
formula,
shit.
the
That's what he's
bullshit,
going back to.
Okay.
That's
the
what he's going back
popcorn amusement park Marvel
That's what
movies.
he's going back to.
This is not a popcorn amusement park Marvel movie. This is, like I said in my review,
A story.
the first film of the MCU. This is the most DC MCU movie,
Yeah.
period.
Yeah, I
And
agree.
that is part of why critics hate it, bro.
I agree. It's definitely.
This is a cinematic masterpiece of a Marvel film, is what this is. And people are calling this shit rotten. This is exactly why you don't listen to Rotten Tomatoes. This is exactly why. And a lot of the YouTube reviewers on YouTube also followed suit because they don't want to be different. They don't want to be called out. They don't want to put themselves on the
Y'all
line. Y'all motherfuckers be
Suck them
following.
motherfucking off, man.
Followers.
Get your own
bro.
goddamn opinion, nigga.
God dang
Wrong,
followers, bro.
wrong or right. Talk your shit. Speak your mind first.
They're afraid.
Pussy.
They're afraid.
Pussy.
They're afraid.
Pussy. Pussy.
It's crazy, man. This has,
It's awesome, bro.
and then you have Athena.
Athena. I was just gonna get to that.
Angelina Jolie. People were nervous that she was gonna Angelina Jolie this movie.
She was amazing.
She
didn't.
and I never understood that because she's a professional actress,
Right.
and your job is to do the role, and she did the role masterfully.
She did.
Without stepping
Athena
on
was
any
fa-
other character.
Yep,
that
she
shit was
did not.
fire, nigga.
Without
Did
stepping
not.
any other toes, without standing out, demanding a better scene.
Yep.
She was great, bro.
She did her
Yep.
job.
Nigga, I was turned
And,
on. I ain't gonna lie.
and
fire.
here in the West, the Asian dude, she was playing opposite a no name really,
Yep.
and she didn't even step on his toes.
Yep.
Yep.
It was beautiful,
Yep.
man. I was like, God
She
damn.
realized she had a problem, and she ran with it.
Even the characters that didn't get a lot of screen time, in my opinion, still got a lot of development.
Absolutely.
Like the Asian guy, bro. He didn't get a lot
Yeah.
of screen time, but man, did I feel where he was coming from. God
Yep.
damn.
Yeah.
I felt that
he
shit.
took. I think he took on the hardest role.
Because the scenes he were in and what he was doing and what they were trying to, at least what I got from it, it came across beautifully.
Right.
Him taking care of her with the sickness she had
Yeah.
and all that
Yeah.
shit and what it meant.
Let's talk about that.
Bro.
The Widow's Rage or some shit like
I
that.
forgot what it's called.
Mad. I thought it was mad.
Yeah, mad something.
Some shit. I forgot what that shit's called.
She wasn't gone mad. She was a Eternal that was starting to remember.
Starting to remember
Because
the
they wipe their mind every time our Earth blows up. They wipe their mind and start over.
She was
Right,
gaining
right.
that back.
Every time a planet blows up, she was remembering that shit, and she said, "We're all gonna die.
She was remembering
We're all gonna die anyway. These people are doomed."
Yeah.
And fighting, shit is crazy, man. she was the only one that was actually remembering. And then there was the scene where I have to wipe your memories. Please don't wipe my memories. Please, I want to remember. I'm like, this is Angelina Jolie playing the game, baby. Look at her go.
Right.
Look at her go. When Gilgamesh died, the strong Asian character, dope dude from freaking
Tight, bro. He
from
did
Train
his
to Busan.
thing.
I
he
love
did
his
his thing, bro.
He's dope, man.
They picked him for the good part too.
Yeah,
Make him all strong and shit.
I ain't gonna lie. I thought they was gonna wong him, like make him, bring him in.
yeah.
I thought they was gonna do that.
Yeah,
but
they showed him some amazing love here.
Yeah.
When he died, how she wept for him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She
she spent her whole goddamn time with him. Like,
yeah.
it's only
He was
natural.
protecting her this whole time.
Yeah.
Didn't she said she wanted children or some shit in it from him or something like? Didn't they say something like that? I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I could be
I
wrong.
don't know if she said
But
that.
she definitely loved each other. Though,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the love here wasn't the love that was displayed throughout this movie. What I noticed was it wasn't always a romantic love. It was more of a pure love.
Yeah.
It was love in its purest form that some of these people had for some of these
No sexual
Eternals have for
desire.
each other.
Yeah.
Sex is so it's like down here. Their love was
Right.
pure love. I love you.
It's
And the character that had it, in my opinion, the two characters that had it was this fast speedster and Druid.
Yeah.
They had that love,
Yep.
and Gilgamesh and Thena had that love.
They had that love.
Icarus here in the middle, and Cersei had that love, but
Yep.
it was also the romantic type
It was
of
the
love as
romantic
well.
love. But it also was that.
It was that prime love
Yes.
with the romance
And
in
I
it.
love that they displayed that.
Yeah. First sex scene of the MCU, baby. What's up? What's up?
can't believe they put
This
him on
movie,
that rock.
nigga. What's up,
the
bro?
rocks,
Titties out. Yeah, what you want?
I loved it.
I loved it too. I love seeing that.
I never
skin.
got hard of a Disney movie until now.
Bro, they're just telling you this shit is different, bro. This is not a formulaic Marvel movie.
It's not.
This movie is beautiful.
Boxes checked in
It
my
is.
book.
It
Not
is.
all
It's
boxes.
fire.
All
It's
boxes.
fire.
I don't. Can we try to? Because what we criticize. Well, let's critique this thing. When I did my review, I said there's not. I don't have any negatives. The only negative that I said I had was they could have spent a little bit more time fleshing out a couple of Eternals more.
Yeah, that's true.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's true.
My thing was the Deviant. I just felt like, for some reason, he just became damn near unnecessary to me, but I understand. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't, it was like they hyped him up, and he didn't stand in their way as much as Icarus did.
I don't think they ever hyped him up to me.
I didn't mind the Deviant.
I thought he
didn't
was about to be the bad of the bone.
Oh, no.
Kind of keep it typical.
I never looked at him, took him seriously.
I
There
did.
was just something there.
He was killing them.
Yeah, but he was killing him because of Icarus.
Yeah, I understand that. But at first, he was killing. This is before we knew that Icarus had killed. What's her name? I'm bad with the names.
Yeah, Ajax.
Ajax. Yeah. I thought he was about to be the big bad. I thought he was gonna kill a few more of these motherfuckers. Like, I ain't even gonna lie. I wasn't expecting a whole Celestial to come. I wasn't expecting that.
Right.
I thought if anything, they were gonna probably say that for like a part 2 or something like that. Celestials coming to the. That's what I thought.
My issue
That's just
with the
my thing.
characters were the two on the end, the speedster and the little girl, which again,
Right.
these are my Sprite. Thank you.
Yeah.
The speedster and Sprite. My problem with them is even though within the narrative and the roles they played, they didn't hold down the movie, but their characters weren't developed enough like the rest of the characters for me to find a reason why they're there. Story wise. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's about it.
But they
didn't hold back the movie though.
It didn't. But you forgetting, like, they didn't have the speedster really in there. It was Sprite that should have got the development, but that it just
Yeah,
didn't
that's
happen.
what I'm saying.
Yeah. But you're pointing out the speedster.
No, those are the two for me.
Oh,
That's
those are
what
the two.
I'm saying.
Okay.
Those are the two for me.
All right, I'm missing.
Those are the two for me because as Jody pointed out, the speedster and the Druid guy, they had a love and a connection, and it would have been nice. And now at this point, when I'm saying this stuff, I'm just being greedy at this point. I'm just being greedy.
Yeah.
Because what was there was meaty as shit.
Yeah.
You know, it's like getting a big fat steak. I'm like, it been pop.
Well done.
Potatoes on the side of that shit. But I'm already getting a full course meal.
Yeah.
You know, so it would have been nice to see some scenes with her and him because of what he wander off to do. It would have been nice to see some contrast with him and her going through that with him because she cares for him. But it's not needed here. Based on the story that's being told, it's not needed here. So it feels like they were just there and they're Eternals and they're part of the package. All right, man, I'll take.
I think they'll shine in the sequel. that's gonna come. The Eternals will return. We saw it at the end. They're gonna come back. This is these are the new Avengers.
Nah,
for me.
Sprite don't need to come back. Well, you know,
Sprite not gonna come back. She's not an Eternal no more.
Yeah. See, the thing about it, I didn't want to compare them to the Avengers. They love each other. You see that.
Yeah.
But I felt like, in a sense, they were just a little bit too divided too, and to a certain extent. You know what I mean? Like kind of like how when the Avengers broke up, like after what's it called, Ultron. I just didn't feel like they were a team. Like I didn't feel that. You know what I mean? I'm sorry.
Well,
They were the Avengers weren't a team since Ultron, really.
Yeah, I know.
It's
but
never been the
that's
same.
why I'm saying I feel like
They're family.
they're
Yeah,
family.
I was about to say, they
But
don't feel like a team. They feel like family.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do. But
They will ride
but
for
when
each other.
Yeah, not the Indian dude. Nigga dipped on them, nigga.
The Indian dude dipped because he was in the middle between his mission
Yeah, his
I know.
family.
and his
I
family.
I understand that,
If
but
a threat comes to threaten his family, he's showing up to fight.
I understand that. And
So yeah, it's different.
Idris was that threat, nigga. What the fuck?
It wasn't a
It's
threat. He was
family.
part of
It's
it.
his family.
Man, fuck that
That's why I
shit,
understood
man.
that, bro.
Freak him, but I understand. But freak him still. I'm with you. Freak that trash motherfucker. But if a villain for part 2, when freaking he says, I will figure out I will be back for their judgment.
Right.
I
Okay,
will
for
let
sure.
them live, but I'll be back for their judgment.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh. So when that happens,
He
gonna
erased
get-
their memory. Isn't that what he said? He said
No.
he
Yeah,
erased their-
yeah, he said your memories will decide if I. So it looks like he's gonna wipe the Eternals'
I don't think
memories.
he's gonna
the
wipe
three
it.
of them.
I don't think he's gonna wipe it. He's
don't think
gonna
so?
he's gonna look at their memories. I think he's gonna look at their memories. I
Yeah,
don't
he
think
says
he's gonna wipe
he
it.
says he's gonna look at their memories,
Yeah,
and I think he might just wipe them bitches.
I don't think he's gonna wipe it.
Well, hopefully he doesn't,
Yeah,
because he does wipe them after every
he
mission.
does wipe him, except for old girl.
She's dead though.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah, now that Cersei is the new head,
Eternal.
Prime Eternal, there's a chance he might just keep her the same.
I hope so.
Possibly.
But we saw in the end credit scene they said they haven't had contact with him in weeks.
Can he just resurrect old girl? Like, can he make
I'm
make
sure he
another
can.
version of her?
I'm pretty sure he got backup.
I'm assuming he gonna do that. Cause remember,
He
we
saves
was
their
looking at them
memories.
niggas like they was
He saves
robots
their
and
memories.
iRobot, like they was lined up. One
Yes.
of us, like some shit like that.
I guess you're right.
Well, to that point, yes, he can because he saves their. He has her memories too.
Right.
He can very well put her memories in a new body.
Yeah,
You know,
Possibility.
he
Okay.
saves it. He saves their
you're right.
memories.
Data.
yeah.
So-
That was a good. He can. There was lots of them in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lots of empty shells.
I want to make sure that we target everything that's within this movie before we get to the end credit scene.
There's so much.
There is so much. This movie.
All right, let's-
Can I just ask a question? Is this the best story of the MCU?
Oh, absolutely,
off top.
absolutely,
Off top.
absolally.
Hands down, easily. for me.
Absolutely.
This is
I-
the best story
The
of
rest
the
of
MCU.
them are cupcakes
Is
and
this the
candy.
most? Is this the most cinematic movie of the MCU?
Yeah, off top.
Is this the best looking movie of the MCU?
Yes, absolutely.
For me, hands
visually.
down.
Yes.
Visually, it is as well.
I'm not even
I'm
gonna
just
lie.
making sure. I'm just making sure.
All right.
Where do we put the score?
What do you mean the score?
The score of this movie. Where do we rank it with the MCU?
To be honest, I barely remember it. I'm not even gonna lie.
Fuck.
I mean, me too,
Fuck.
but when it comes to the scores, bro,
Oh, I got you.
yeah, I'm not really.
I put it at number 2 beneath Black Panthers.
Oh, okay.
I
don't
put it
really,
right under Black Panther's score.
I'm not really a score guy.
Yeah, me either.
How do we feel about the action of this movie?
Fire. Goated.
You
Goated.
know me, baby.
Goated.
This is the best, bro. Action for a reason gets me off. I'm telling you right now.
Hey, you got to say that again for the people
Bro.
watching at home. Action. Can you say it again, Cole? Because that
Action,
matters.
Bro, action for a reason gets me moist.
That's right.
When it's just action for action's sake, I break out the popcorn, nigga. But when it's for a reason,
And this
bro,
is why movies like BVS
Yes.
and movies like Ant-Man and movies like
Yeah.
freaking Captain Marvel don't mean shit.
Yes.
Their action don't mean shit because
Yeah.
it don't mean shit to the plot of
right,
the
right,
grand
right. It's
scale.
just- yeah, they're gonna fight, and for people to don't understand, yeah, everybody, all the movies have motivations that do little action, but when the action complements the story that's being told,
I
that's when
must
it hits.
stop Icarus from
Yes.
stopping the convergence.
Yes.
So I, the technology guy,
Yes.
who decided to come out and
Yes.
fight because my lover said go,
Yes.
I'm gonna use my technology to freaking put your shit down, nigga.
Yeah, I
And the
care about
speedster,
humanity.
the
I get-
speedster's
come
gonna
on.
f your shit up.
She
Pop, pop.
work that nigga.
Woo, boy, put it on that boy. Put it on,
beautiful
and then
like that.
Icarus finally flies down and tries to beam her, and then you have the flashbacks of the
I
memories
love-
they
bro,
had.
That's where I was going with it. When I
Man,
started, because
he was trying to.
I was
ah.
right, bro. I was right there on Icarus' side. Like I'm thinking, he's not wrong.
I was like 40% with him.
I was
And
on
the
his
60% was
yeah,
with
a part of yeah, I just-
Cersei.
yeah.
I was on his side because And I'm not saying he should have did it.
Right.
As a viewer, I'm like, I understand.
Yes.
I wouldn't make
understood
that choice,
the whole
but
time.
I understand.
I would have done it.
But when
Really?
He's not evil.
Yeah,
Igor
he's
said
not
he's
evil.
bad.
Yeah, I'm not
saying
People
he
think
was.
he's bad.
He's
He's
not
not
evil.
bad. He's doing
He's
his
not-
mission.
Yes.
Exactly.
He understands the level of complexity here.
yes.
The rest of the Eternals shrunk their minds
Yes.
to this stupid race of
Yes.
humans, and they're going against their mission.
Yes.
So, and I love
And they're
that.
not wrong.
And they're not wrong.
You're supposed
But neither is Icarus.
He's not wrong.
Nigga, that's why this movie's fire.
And
Right.
and let's go back to that when he went down to Beamer.
Yeah.
I was like, when he stood in front of her, I was like, yes, not for him to shoot her.
Right.
When he thought about it, I was like, thank you for.
Yeah.
You said he loved her.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you for giving that some meaning.
Yes.
He couldn't do it because he loved her.
Yeah.
Right.
So he understands what they understand too.
And then,
I'm like,
and
God
then what?
damn.
And then what, nigga?
God damn.
And then what? He gave himself to the Unimind. If I can't kill you, I
Yeah.
might as well
I
join
was
you.
like, God.
Unimind me, baby.
I
Let's
was
stop this
like-
nigga. And then when he realized what he did, he flew to the sun.
That was gangster.
I ain't
That
got no point to live.
Yeah.
I
Nice
abandoned my mission,
A nice touch.
saved the love of my life. I'm out this motherfucker, bro.
Icarus
That was
flew-
tight.
You know what that
Icarus
shit
flew
was to
sun.
me? I think they took that shit directly from
From
freaking
Superman.
not Superman, directly from the Amazon cartoon.
I don't know what you're talking about.
They have a
You
cartoon.
sacrifice yourself for these humans? What's wrong with you? At least I'll still have you, Dad. He flew it, and the tears in outer space drifted.
Invincible.
Invincible.
Oh, I never seen that.
Invincible.
When you said Amazon, I was like,
Yeah.
Wonder Woman.
That shit was invincible, bro. He was like, fuck, my son getting to me. Fuck.
I love that shit.
Flew it.
I
Nigga.
love that shit. And when he's looking at her. He's about to beam her with
And then
those
he
eyes.
tries 3 times.
Yeah, he was like, I'm sitting there. I'm like,
Fuck.
you can't do it.
Can't do it.
I wouldn't
Can't
be
do
able to do that.
Jamie
You can't
Lannister
do
and
it.
Cersei. Go ahead and kill him. Chop him down, Cersei. Say chop him down or you ain't gonna do it, bitch.
Because they said he loved her, and I believed it.
Yes.
And I'm like, if you love her, there's no way you can do that shit.
Not with her on the ground looking
Yeah,
up at you
there's
like,
no way you can do it. Ain't
he
no
couldn't.
mission, ain't no cause, nigga.
Human.
It doesn't matter how
Yeah.
much that
You a
shit
human.
is important.
You a
nigga.
human in that moment.
You are not going
That's
to
right.
destroy that which you cannot do it.
That's right.
I love that shit. I'm
right.
like, thank you for addressing that shit. I'm like, God damn, I'm leaking.
And that's what we call good god dang cinema,
shit
baby.
was
That's a
fire.
good motherfucking film.
And you're right. When he flew to the sun, I was like, I said it. As soon as he decided not to, I'm like, it's just wasted on him. He right next to me. I'm like, he's gonna fly away. He's going to punish himself. He's gonna fly
Almost
away.
cried, nigga. I ain't
He's
gonna lie.
going to
You did?
punish
I almost
himself.
did. That
shit
shit
was
was sad.
beautiful.
That shit was
I
beautiful.
didn't know
yeah.
he was gonna.
Right.
I was knowing he was gonna fly to the sun, but I knew he was gonna fly. I thought he was gonna leave and go far away because he's punishing himself for what the decision.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought too.
Yeah,
That's what I thought too.
I
though.
was like, he's gonna leave. I know it.
As soon as I saw that sun, I was like, oh shit, it's
You are
over.
so convict. You have such conviction in your
Yup.
mission that you sacrifice. You know that you're useless now.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
have done
Look what I did to the, bro. Some
epic shit, bro.
Some epic shit.
that's some
I
epic
was
shit.
Like, God
That fool was
damn.
I think that shit might have flew over a lot of people's heads, bro. I think that
wasted
I
on
think a
them.
lot of this movie
Wasted
flew over
on
these
them.
MCU. They're used to simple movies.
Right.
And I'm not trying
What's
to
wrong with that?
I'm not trying to disrespect
nothing wrong with
MCU fans, but y'all shit is the MCU is very simple. A lot of kids watch that shit, and I know it. And I know a lot of critics are used to that kiddie shit. They like to laugh a lot. This movie had some jokes, by the
Oh
way.
yeah.
Tasteful ones, not the
Yeah,
dumb ones.
Yeah.
Not the. It wasn't a Ragnarok,
Right.
but the critics love that
that
shit.
Fortnite
Bro.
joke and shit. That
Yeah.
shit.
Bro,
yeah.
even the jokes that were obviously there to be funny,
Yeah.
were still in context. And I was like, when they stepped on the chip and they made the pop sound, he's being all scared.
Right.
I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
why would you? And then I realized this bitch been
She's been in there.
throwing food all over this
Yeah,
bitch and just
yeah.
hoarding. I'm like, you could
Yeah.
even just tell a simple joke just to tell a simple joke. You
Yeah.
have to make that shit mean some shit. I'm like, all right, tight, fuck it. That shit was fire, bro.
When the
I'm
assistant
like,
said goodbye, Eternals, thank you for your service,
Bro.
I was like, dang man, this nigga's tight. That butler. They
Yeah.
talk about Batman in this movie. They talk about Superman in this movie.
hey,
yeah.
Man, the DC
sharing
loving
that
this
love,
thing.
the love,
Kevin Feige,
the respect.
the respect.
He probably hear fans like me and shit talking shit. He was like, hey, man, I love DC. What you talking about?
Bro.
Put that love in there.
Feige so bad.
put
Feige
that
wants
love in
DC
there.
so bad. He does, bro.
Bro, I'm telling you.
I know he does, bro. He worked right under freaking Richard Donner, bro. Right with it with Jeff Johns. He loves DC. He loves Superman, bro. And then when you hear every time they get together before they make a Marvel movie, they make them watch Superman 1.
Really?
Kevin Feige makes the cast before every big Avengers movie. He makes the cast watch Superman 1.
Take
Some
notes,
of them-
nigga.
some of
That's
them
basically
Take
get it,
notes
though.
and a superhero.
Some of them don't get it because
yeah.
some of the movies.
They would never. I understand that.
It's freaking crazy, bro. It's
You got
rest
a
in peace to Richard Donner.
You got a
as well.
blueprint, and you
That's
improved that shit.
Feige is who he
That's
is
tight.
because of Superman. It starts there, baby. Look at what he made his own Superman, bro. What the freak is going on? He made his own Superman. And when the boy was like, "You're Superman, you're flying," just seeing him look down, I visualized him with a cape, and I started to get emotional. I'm like, dang, man, look at this mother. He looks like Superman to me.
Hey, bro,
He's my
bro.
and to know that he was always my choice to be Superman.
Bro.
People ask me, I think the first time I was asked, who would you cast as your Superman then, Jody? Because it was ever since BVS where I said, freak Henry Cavill, that evil trash Superman. They said, well, who would you cast Jody as Superman?
Yeah, I remember.
I said Richard Madden from Game of Thrones.
Right.
He is my Superman. I see him, I see Superman. And here we are 5 years later. Look at him.
Hey,
That
man.
shit meant something a little bit special to
I
me.
like
To see
the
that happen, like
Superman.
to see the one that I wanted to be Superman, kind of portraying Superman, that shit freaking hits home,
I like
man.
the Superman better than the one that's on screen.
Yes.
This. Oh yeah.
He's
that-
more Superman
I like
than
the Superman.
Henry Cavill is.
I
Exactly.
like the Superman. And
Except at the end of Justice League. Joss Whedon's Justice League, that was Superman.
oh yeah.
That was Superman.
That was Superman. He was just doing the power shit.
And the talking, and the
but
saving.
but that power is just no goddamn.
But I do believe in justice. Hit you with that blah. So yeah, shout out to Joss Whedon for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, this movie is beautiful. This movie's amazing, and I needed to see it for the second time because I absorbed even more.
I'm gonna watch it twice.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it again too.
watch it
I'm gonna watch it again. The second viewing, I did get more appreciation for it.
Oh,
Right.
Yeah, so we're gonna give it the grade, and final thoughts. But let's address the end credits.
oh yeah.
All right. Well, the
So
first
much,
one
so much.
was the with the
So
ship.
the-
The ship was with old boy who control. I can't remember their names. With
The
the speed,
druid?
the druid and the speed chick. They were on the ship, and then that goblin pulled up. A leprechaun pulled up, and it revealed some dude I don't even know who
Yeah, I
it
don't know
is.
that guy.
But thanks to X or E, one of them told me who he was.
X-Files says, I read comics. That's Star Fox. I said, bro, I read something too. And that's not Star Fox. That's a superhero name. His name is Eros. Eros, bro. That's Thanos' brother, bro. And I remember reading him in the comic book. I remember reading, here this nigga is right here. This dude right here, Eros. Look, look how weak he look. Look at his face. Bro. He's weak.
He's weak.
He ain't on Thanos' level.
I
He's
believe
a
it. He
watered
don't look like-
down-
he don't look like he's on that.
He's not, bro. He's a watered down. I'm like, this nigga kind of whack. Because I was reading, I was like, I'm your brother. And I was reading it. Oh, man, this nigga kind of whack. He on Titan, but he don't look like a Titan.
I ain't gonna lie. I was thinking the same thing. I was like, this
So-
nigga's Thanos' brother.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. It's not.
like,
So
bruh.
he's an Eternal of Titan, right?
I don't know what that means.
They put
They put the Eternals.
well,
in
they
Titan.
you know how they send Eternals to planets.
Oh, okay.
I think he was an Eternal that got sent to Titan.
Okay.
Ah.
That's what I think.
That's what you
I
think.
think they're kind of changing things a little bit. I think he was an Eternal sent to Titan because
Oh,
they,
you think that's what they're
they
doing in the
put-
movie?
in the movie, they're putting the message out to all the Eternals sent to all the planets in the galaxy
Right.
to tell them Asherim is wrong.
Right.
And they said, no one's responded. He responded.
Right.
I believe he's a Eternal of Titan.
Maybe.
That's what I think.
And I'm trying to figure out the relationship between him and Thanos. Then
They're
Maybe-
brothers.
somehow, some way.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
they're
don't.
brothers.
I
So I
don't
don't know.
The same way old girl is his daughter. How about that?
Like that.
All right.
So yeah, bro, it's Thanos will mop the floor with this nigga. Icarus will mop the floor with him, bro. He's unless they do some different shit where they boost his power up incredibly from what he is in the comic book, he'll get his shit wiped by a lot of
Okay.
people.
And we know the Eternals, they're all not super strong, obviously, based on this movie.
Exactly. You
You know,
can
there's
you can
they're
stab
different
him.
levels. They're different levels. So.
Basically, you can stab him like you did Ajax.
Right.
Shake this fool with a knife.
Oh, okay.
Dead. All right, so that was the first credit scene. I'm like, all right, that was kind of weak, you know what I'm saying? But it is. He was Harry Styles. And people were clapping because he was Harry Styles. Who the freak is that? I heard his name, but I don't give a shit. But the juicy end credit scene. Shout out to E for spoiling everybody, but glad everybody didn't hear it. He's trash. He watches spoiler videos. He's garbage. I don't think I'm bringing any more movies. We got another end credit scene that showed Jon Snow.
Jon Snow.
Well, Jon Snow. You know what I'm talking about.
I forget his name.
What's his name?
I forget his name.
What's his real name?
Kit Harington.
Kit Harington. Kit Harington's character was was looking at a box. He was talking about my family history is sort of
he had mentioned it to her before.
different. You know what I'm saying? He was talking about I have a unique family history, and then she gave him that ring. Remember?
Yeah.
That existed centuries ago because he opened up a box, and I see this sword in the box. We see the sword, right?
Yeah, shit don't mean shit.
And as soon as I saw the sword, Ebony Blade. I'm like, nigga, that's the Ebony Blade. That's it. That's the. Do you remember earlier in the movie where Sprite was in the ship and Thena had the sword?
Yeah,
She said, "Is that the Ebony Blade?" She said, "Excalibur." Excalibur is the light version duality of the Ebony Blade. They look very similar. The Excalibur is the epic blade, wreck your shit. Right. The Ebony Blade was created in contrast to the Excalibur.
Okay.
So the Ebony Blade was revealed, and the thing about the Ebony Blade is that it makes you lose sight of what you really are. I remember this. This is what I remember in the comic book. I remember reading the Black Panther comic book. Black Panther himself has wielded the Ebony Blade. I read this whole entire. I read all of Reginald Helen's Black Panther. I read all of Christopher Priest's Black Panther. Christopher Priest has the best Black Panther run in my opinion. And I've read Stan Lee's. I read some of Ta-Nehisi Coates, but I didn't read all of it. This right here, when he donned this armor to fight off evil villain. I don't know if it was Dr. Voodoo or it was some type of vampire. I can't really remember. But in this comic strip, he donned the Ebony Blade, put on some blessed armor, and that's not the thrice blessed armor. That's a different type of armor that he teamed up with Blade to fight off another bad guy. I can't remember who it was they were fighting, but he went and talked to Blade and got hooked up with the Ebony Blade, and he got the armor and shit, and they went and fought out this villain. Okay. I'm like, all right, this nigga no Blade and shit, that's tight, bro. For sure. So that's the Ebony Blade wielded by the Black Panther in the comic books, right?
Right.
The Ebony Blade, what it does is the wielder of the Ebony Blade their heart and purity starts to decay. You need to be impure of heart to wield the bitch, and the Ebony Blade has magical powers that could cut through anything. Anything?
Like space?
Anything.
Time,
Niggas. No, cut through
like
any object.
Oh, okay, object. Okay, I'm like.
Yeah, space and time. Fuck, nigga went deep. Cut through anything, bro. I seen the comic strips of this nigga. He cut through Iron Man's armor with this shit, bro. Chop suey. I think that shit could cut through vibranium. It's magical. Like, yeah, I think it could cut through vibranium too, bro.
That's foul.
Imagine a blade that could just cut through anything. Yeah, that's what that shit is. But the thing is, it makes you bad, and it makes you have to kill. You have to kill with the blade in order to sustain your power. Turns you evil, and it makes you evil and evil the more you use it.
How often?
It makes you more dependent on it the more you use it. I don't know how they're going to do the scale, but you got to kill a lot to wield that bitch. It's a curse. It's got a curse. Right. So, as you can see, when Jon Snow put his finger to it, it was like, it had like some goo on it, some bloody dark. And then, I think here, so my bad. Let me tell you who Jon Snow's character is. Jon Snow is the Black Knight. This is who Jon Snow's going to be. He's going to be the Black Knight. You see the notice? Do you notice the blade?
Berserk? No, I'm just joking.
So yeah, he's the Black Knight, and he's the one that wields this bitch. And I don't know much about him at all. I don't know much about him at all. There's 2 Ebony Blades in the MCU in the Marvel Comics universe. You see, Black Panther had one. They say that's like a different version of the Ebony Blade, but the Ebony Blade exists in a lot of folklore. You said even it's in a video game. Huh?
Yeah, it's in Skyrim.
It's in Skyrim, and it's similar.
Yeah. The more you kill, you have to kill and stuff to use it. So
yeah, they took the same type of folklore.
It's weak though. I made a stronger blade. I'm just saying.
Did it cut through anything?
No.
Oh, that's why it wasn't a real Ebony Blade.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying.
Stainless steel and shit.
It was a fake. So I don't know shit about Black Knight. I don't read Black Knight. Never read Black Knight.
Never heard of him until now.
Yeah, exactly. Me neither. So I knew the Ebony Blade, and I recognized it from Black Panther.
Right.
That's how I recognized it.
Well, I ain't recognize shit.
And I was like, shoot, Ebony Blade in this bitch. But do you remember what happened when he opened and he was about to touch that sword?
A voice said, "You ain't ready for
A
that."
voice. Are you sure you want to do that, mister?
Yeah.
And shout out to Archie because he noticed what I noticed.
I didn't notice that shit.
That was Mahershala Ali's voice.
I didn't notice that.
I think that was Mahershala Ali's voice. And who is Mahershala Ali playing
Blade.
in MCU?
Blade.
Blade, nigga.
That'd be
I
nice.
think that was Blade.
That'd be tight. if
And
it
that would be
was.
tight. Why? Because I read the Black Panther comic where Black Panther meant Blade and they teamed up and he had that freaking Ebony Blade, bro.
And if he is
Fuck.
Blade, he sound tight.
He do sound tight.
I was like,
He do sound tight.
I was like, that ain't no Nick Fury, because you know Nick Fury always showing up and shit.
Yeah.
I was like, that ain't Nick's voice. Who's that?
I think that's Mahershala Ali, bro. And that makes so much sense. What if it's Blade, bro?
Tight.
I think it's Blade, bro.
Bro, if it's Blade, that's fire.
I think it's Blade.
It only makes sense. The movie's coming out. It makes perfect sense. Perfect
if
timing.
That's Blade, that's a nice introduction.
Great
Great
way to
introduction.
great,
Great
yeah,
introduction,
yep, great,
bro.
yep.
Yeah, it'll make sense because Blade will have knowledge of the sword.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Blade will have knowledge of that bitch. Blade just might be the one to wield that bitch for a minute. You know what I'm saying? And then Black Panther tie-in. That makes me think, God dang, are you going to bring Blade into Black Panther too?
That'd be tight.
Wakanda Forever? Blade might be in Black Panther too,
That'd be
man.
tight if he was in there, bro.
Woo! Really make me come, Feige. Feige, you're really opening up this universe to a really great thing.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. There's hope. WandaVision, thank you for fucking that up for me and ruining our experience.
There's hope now, baby.
Yeah, I ain't gonna
There's
lie.
hope now.
But I'm worried about the tie-ins. Loki, Kang the Conqueror.
I'm
It's
not
a
worried
lot.
about those
It's not, no,
anymore.
I am.
Just give me movies like
I
this.
think,
We're
I
good.
think the big stuff is happening in the movie still.
That's little shit.
Doesn't matter. It's still
So long as they release things like this every 2 or 3 movies, I'm good.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm
All
good.
right, that's
So
fine.
I know I have sequel. I'm watching the sequel. This will be on 3 years.
Right.
So,
and like you said, to when you said you're worried about that stuff, the way you talk about Shang-Chi and the
Oh,
Ten
just about
Rings.
to bring that up.
Jody Thomas!
Yeah,
Thank you for not letting me.
So I'm like, bro, these tie-ins are the ones I care about if this is true. If this stuff is like, 'cause I haven't seen that one. 'Cause I haven't seen
Nigga,
that
y'all
one.
heard what I said in Shang-Chi, didn't I?
Because I haven't seen that one.
I said, nigga, I think that this is going to tie right into the Eternals with the 10 rings.
'Cause I
Thank
haven't
you,
seen-
Code.
I haven't seen
And the
that
10 rings was in
Right,
this
right,
movie.
right.
It's what, I forgot his name, made to create the Unimind, bro.
The black dude.
Yeah. Yeah. And a lot of people didn't see you didn't firstly
I haven't
notice
seen the movie. The
Oh,
10
yeah, you
Rings.
didn't see the movie.
But,
yeah.
but I know what you're talking about
Yes.
with the ring. But I was
X-Files
like,
didn't
I
see the
don't-
10 rings in the movie.
I
A few
haven't
people missed it.
I saw it.
Yeah, baby, those were the 10 rings from Shang-Chi, baby.
They look different, but
I called
they're
that
there.
shit.
We'll
I
see,
called
we'll
that
see.
shit. Jody Thomas. That means at the end, I don't want to spoil Shang-Chi for you. Do you care?
No.
So at the end, Wong has said, "You get some rest. You got to come with me." I think they're gonna go talk to the Eternals that are on the planet.
Right.
Doctor Strange definitely knows about him. He's magical and shit.
That's why I thought it was Doctor Strange at the end, but it makes sense for him to connect with the Eternals before he meets with this Jon Snow dude.
Yeah,
That's
bro.
why it makes sense for it to be Blade.
Yeah, bro. This is lit. Let's
We'll
do it.
see,
Final
baby.
thought and grade. Starting with you, Cole. Go ahead.
I mean, final thoughts, man. The movie was better than I thought it was gonna be. Way better than I thought it was gonna be. Story was better than I thought it was gonna be. I like all the characters, even the ones who weren't as developed as I wish they were. Doesn't matter. I liked all the characters. I liked the motivations. Even the villain, not villain. the fights, everything. It's just, I love it, bro. I love it. That's my final thoughts. I love it.
Grade.
Grade? Oh, now it's time. Because Tony J was harassing me because he was there. He harassing me about my grade. he's like, top three. Great. I'm like, I'm saving that. All right, man, here it is, man. It's official. This is A+. This is an A+.
A plus.
There's no
Oh
other grade. There's
shit.
no other grade for this one.
Oh my God. Yes.
It deserves nothing less, in my opinion.
Don't rank it. We're gonna do that for the
Right,
live
right,
stream
right.
tonight.
All right.
If you want our ranking in the MCU, watch Jody's Corner Live tonight at 5 p.m. This movie review is going to get uploaded. You'll have about 3 hours to watch
Oh,
it
my
before
bad,
the
my
live
bad.
stream starts.
You know how I do it. It's A++. Baby.
Got you.
Oh.
Got you.
It's A++. All
you.
right, let me
I'm on a new level.
Yeah,
sure.
it's that A++. bro.
Virgo, don't rank it.
I
Talk
got
about
you.
it.
I got
Grade
you.
it.
I got you. I ain't gonna lie. My expectations for the movie, I wasn't expecting it to be this good. I thought it was gonna be boring. I'm dead ass.
Because everybody said so.
Yeah. No. I just thought that.
Oh,
I'm
you
looking,
just
I was
thought
looking
it.
at the
Oh,
trailer
okay.
and I'm like, okay.
Oh, okay.
Like I ain't gonna lie. The trailer didn't hype me up.
Hype
It didn't.
me up.
It didn't hype me up. because I try to stay away from the trailers as much as possible.
I felt this movie.
Yeah.
I felt it.
But this movie impressed the fuck out of me. Action, story, characters, everything was fire. Oh my God, buckets of cum. They had
buckets.
Yes, they had some beautiful women up in there. I'm sorry, I'm just throwing that shit up in there.
Beautiful women.
It's everything that I expected from a Marvel movie. Everything from here on should be taking notes from this movie, and that's a motherfucking fact.
Facts.
I think this movie surpassed many movies in the MCU.
Facts.
Oh, absolutely, it absolutely did. So I'm gonna give this grade. I'm gonna give this movie A+.
Oh,
There it is.
A+.
holy shoot! Back-to-back A pluses. Oh, back-to-back A pluses. That's great to hear. Y'all already got my grade because I gave it on my movie review. Spoiler free. A+. Triple trifecta. All three of us gave this movie an A+, motherfucker.
Deserves nothing less. How
Deserves
could-
nothing
how
less.
could it?
This, I think, I'm gonna save it for the live stream.
The doors that they open,
we're
my
gonna
nigga.
rank these. That's topic number 1. Ranking Eternals in the MCU.
Okay. Easy work for me.
Ranking Eternals in the MCU.
I ain't gonna lie, it ain't even gonna be hard, dog. I'm sorry. For me, it ain't.
I
But
mean,
we
it's
gonna
not hard
see.
with the A ones.
Yeah,
It's hard with the
When you get to the good ones,
with the B's and C's. You're like,
We're gonna do like we're gonna do
we gonna make
a group.
we gonna make a top 10.
Okay, for sure,
Okay.
Show, nigga.
Oh, shit.
All right.
Not 5. They have a lot.
Because this movie's not gonna be in everyone's
They have a
5.
lot of-
X-Files is an idiot.
He on that Black Widow shit.
Oh, that nigga said it's a B.
Nigga, the beginning of the movie killed off her whole sky scene,
trash,
nigga.
trash.
That nigga's trash.
Trash.
Y'all about to hire
Trash.
Starvin Marvin too?
Oh,
Fuck.
You want a job, my nigga? I'm about
They
to
gonna
trade
feed
up.
Starvin Marvin.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so very much for watching this spoiler-filled review. Listen to me. Tonight, 5 p.m. on Jody's Corner. Shout out to the patrons because that check cleared. I'm paying code with that money. That shit came today, bro. Shout out to the code.
Shout
Getting
out to
paid,
y'all
bro.
paying me and shit.
Got
Shout out
paid,
to
bro.
all
Man,
of
we got the employees out here, bro, making it happen. Shout out to my nigga Virgo
Hey,
King.
one last thing.
Thirstiest dude in all of
Don't
LA.
mention
That's
this
right,
movie.
baby.
Please don't mention this movie in the same light.
Don't say that. Don't mention a DC film.
No.
All right, go ahead.
Don't, nigga. Don't be mentioning that shit here.
Oh.
What? Don't.
Nick,
Please
That's
do not.
their fault.
Don't
They
say-
did it.
Okay.
Did they do it?
Do not. Yes.
They compared this to Doom.
Don't be man.
Nah.
What the freak?
Nah.
What kind of
And
Twilight
some
Zone is
niggas
going on
said,
here?
this is gonna be better.
Nigga.
And I like
Doom
Doom,
is-
but no.
I like Doom, but
there's
goddamn,
way.
dog.
Not
This
even
movie
close.
Committed 5 counts of murder.
If this was a race, this shit's doing laps around Doom. Come on, man.
It is, bruh.
Come on, man.
Those Doom fans are ridiculous, bro.
Come on,
I'm telling you, they're
man.
like snot nigga. They
Come
don't.
on,
I don't
man.
want them having the franchise, dog. They're crazy.
Crazy.
I guarantee you, them Doom fans. Dude's better than this.
For sure.
Crazy to me.
For sure.
That's blowing my mind.
Hey, I love Wonder Woman 84. That shit ain't better than the first Wonder Woman. That shit ain't better than the Dark Knight. That shit ain't better than the Dark Knight Rises. What we talking about here?
Blowing my mind, bro.
That shit ain't better than Civil War. That shit ain't better than Winter Soldier. That shit ain't better than Black Panther. Hey, what the freak? Anyway, thank you guys so very much for watching. Shout out to my nigga Thirst King.
Yes,
He'll
sir.
be here today, 5 p.m. Okay?
Yep.
3 parts of the Just Us League. And we out this thing. Deuces. Subscribe to the channel, guys. Don't forget to join the Patreon, patreon.com/Jody's Corner, or join memberships. All proceeds go to keeping the code hired and hiring the next friend of Jody's Corner, Marvin X Files.